Oh, so my name is Jacob Pitch. I work for the City of Racine. I'm a programmer, database administrator, and the Cityworks admin. I've been adminning Cityworks for roughly 3 years now. So I've got a lot of good hands-on experience with it. Let's see. I don't know if I have. Oh, there we go. So yeah, what I'm going to be talking about today is an application that we had developed for us using Cityworks PLL API. We haven't had a chance to use the API before. I think we had a license to kind of test it out, but we didn't really have enough time with everything going on to do the work ourselves, so we had it outsourced. And I was pleasantly surprised at how easy it was to work with it. So, excuse me, a little congested. So we have a program in the city of Racine called the Rents Initiative. Essentially, it's a program that kind of keeps property owners responsible for their properties, whether they're rental properties or commercial. The end goal for the rents program is to ensure that renters, so people renting, they have a good good quality of renting and habitability in their house. This is because we have some problem areas in Racine that just the houses aren't really kept up as well. So the mayor's office launched this initiative to kind of help counter that and to keep buildings and homes in good repair for renters. It opens up a direct line of contact between us, the city, and whoever is in charge of the property. So whether it's a commercial property or a rental, there's an owner, obviously, where we send any if there's any code enforcement issues to. But this also enables them to give us their contact. So if they have somebody that's taking care of the property, we can just get directly with them if we have any issues. So this is the front facing. This is not, people asked whether I was using public access or not, but we found that this was just a little bit more customizable to do it this way and use the API. So essentially, somebody gets a letter or they get a notification that they need to register their website, or I'm sorry, register their property. So they'll start here. They can enter their contact name, just kind of the normal stuff that you'd expect. And then the next slide, after you enter your application information, so whoever's applying for the permit, then we've got the search address. So that comes from a view from ArcGIS. It also does a PLL API call to see if there's already a case registered in Cityworks in our system. If there is, then you get an error message. And if not, then it just knows, like, as you can see right there, the property registration type is the initial registration because the PLL did a call and it didn't find, or the API did a call and it didn't find anything. So let's go on. So the API uses, it adds fees, it adds payment, it adds notes, and it results some tasks. So this is the workflow that we use. You can see the rents registration type. So there's 3 different types. There's by a registration by person, by entity, or by trust or life estate. And then whether or not it's commercial or rental, we just have it as a result code. The reason we did it that way instead of putting it in case data or anything like that is just it's a lot easier to search. So for reporting purposes, we can just pull a report, hit that task, and then just select all the codes the result codes. So that gives us an idea of which types of registrations we have rolling in. There's also just a couple review tasks and then a registration complete task. And I'll skip to the next one here. Oh, maybe I didn't. I think I forgot that. So we have a registration complete task, and what the website does, if we go back a couple slides right here. So when you search for an address, so for this example, 122 Echo Lane, the API does a call to see if there's a case. If there is a case, then it'll let you know here. And if the case is to the point where, too far, sorry. If the case is to the point where the registration complete is marked as yes, then the API will complete another task, and it basically just reinserts that workflow. So if somebody needs to come and make a modification after they've already registered, they can do that right on the website. So yeah, we've had just about 6,000 people register so far. We sent out about 12,000 letters to see if just for potential properties. The way we checked that was to see if the owner address is different than the parcel location itself. So if it was different, then we could kind of infer that it might be a rental or something like that. We encourage people to register with coupons. So they're just coupons for appliances like refrigerators, microwaves, and stuff they can drop off for free at the recycling center that we have. We also, in the letters that I mentioned before, we did a little bit of a social experiment to see whether we write to the person with an incentive to say, hey, you get this free coupon if you register your property with us. And then the other version of that letter was to say, if you don't register by October 10th, you might get a fine of $500 or whatever it is. So yeah, we're still tracking that one, but I thought that was an interesting little concept here.